yes! Here we go. Have a look at this. This is going to need to be cut out and replaced. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure I've said this a million times, but I'll say it one more time, that this van has got to look worse before it looks better. About a month ago, this van didn't drive at all. It had water sitting inside it. It was in a sorry, sad state. And I really want to challenge myself to see if I can completely transform this van on the exterior and then, of course, into an amazing little camper van inside. But before I can even think about converting the inside, we need to completely, and I mean completely, transform the outside of this van. If you didn't see the last video, I have completely stripped out this van from head to toe to the point where there is absolutely nothing in it. Since then, I have hoovered and cleaned all of this up, so it's looking a lot tidier in here, but now you can really see all of the rust and everything that is exposed, which is the exact reason why in the last video I wanted to rip everything out, and I literally wanted to bring this van back to pure just chassis and metal so that I can see exactly what needs to be fixed, what needs to be treated. And yeah, it's pretty damn scary to look at it in this current state. A few of the jobs that I want to get done over the next couple of days is things like this. You can see all this surface rust all along the wheel arch, so I just need to grind all of that back, treat that, just inspect everything to see if there's any seals and things that need to be replaced. If you look on the front here, it's hard to see because of the sun beaming through, but it looks like a teenager going through puberty. There's just these rust spots all over the place, so I need to grind all of that back, bring it back to bare metal. If you look here on the back right wheel arch, again, just a bit of surface rust and stuff to deal with, but we've got a hole in the metal, so yeah, I'm gonna have to cut all that out and figure all of that out as I go, because as I said, I've never, ever done anything like this before. There are loads and loads of other bits. I'm not sure how well the camera will pick that up, but we've got a dent there. We've got a dent on the back right as well. What I'll do now is I'll jack it up on all fours on some axle stands, and then we can have a proper look underneath. And then day one of the bodywork transformation of trying to fix up this Transit and turn it into, hopefully, an awesome little overlanding, epic little adventure wagon starts. Perfect. Ooh, we are high up, aren't we? Bloody perfect. The van is officially up on all fours. Better just give it the old push test. Feeling nice and solid, which is good, because I'm going to be spending, yeah, a lot of time underneath that. Whoa, yes! Here we go. This is the reason I wanted to jack it up as high as I could. So instead of lying on the floor, I can lie on my little Ouija board. I don't know what the hell you call this thing. Ah, there we go. Oh, shit. So if you have a look underneath the van, it doesn't look horrendous, to be honest with you. Some people may differ, but let's start at the front left. You can see this whole seal on this side. I wouldn't say it needs to be replaced, but it just needs a little bit of a tidy up. And probably if you left that like that, in a few years, that might continue to rust away. And I really want to do this van in the best possible way that I can so that it has some sort of lifespan. The worst part about this van is actually all four corners, because have a look at this. This is going to need to be cut out and replaced. And if you're wondering, how does this even happen? Well, what happens is people jack up the vehicle in the wrong place. Why you would jack up a vehicle on the metal sill of a car or a van is beyond me, because, you know, jack it up on the chassis or actually jack it up on the leaf spring mounting point. So yeah, somebody's jacked it up in the wrong place here, which does mean that we have a hole underneath, which is obviously letting water in, and then all of this metal is just completely bent and out of shape. So I'm going to need to have to cut this out somehow. Haven't quite figured that one out yet. And then it's exactly the same on the other side. If we go towards the back of the van, again, similar thing has happened here. I wouldn't say anybody's really jacked it up in the wrong place. It's just rotten and slightly deteriorated. All of this metal here is strong, actually. It's not, you know, fragile or weak. It doesn't just rip off. But for whatever reason, the hole has been created, water gets in, and then it starts to rust everything out. So there's a lot of kind of just tidying up to do. I think what I will have to do is cut this piece out, maybe from here, say, because you can actually see the dent as well. It's obviously been hit from the side. Could even cut it out there. Actually, yeah, that might make more sense. Cut it out here, go across, and then come down and just replace this entire panel here. It's one of them jobs that, I'll be honest, I don't really know where to start, especially because I've not done any of this kind of stuff before. I'm gonna get my old work clothes on, because this is not gonna be tidy work or clean work for at least the next week. And every item of clothing that I currently own is absolutely ruined. Oh dear, shit. I haven't got a handbrake. How am I gonna, oh, you idiot, Will. I wanna take the wheels off, but I should have done that when it was on the floor. Wow, what a great start this is. I need somebody else to press the brake pedal. How am I gonna take the bloody wheels off? I don't wanna jack it up and take all the axle stands out again. Oh, this is what happens when you don't think. You just wanna go, you wanna start, but what have I got lying around? I've got this shovel. Too long, too long. Oh, damn it. Ooh, is this gonna work? Oh, you're close. Oh, that's close. What about this? Crowbar. Oh, you're joking. Just too bloody short. Don't make me cut it again, please. Right, I think that should do it, hopefully. Oh, let's try that. Please, fingers crossed. Touch some wood. Nora, why is that so bloody tight? You are joking. You are joking. These have been done up to spec as well, believe it or not. Oh, this is winding me up now. This is a joke. This is really not how today was meant to go at all. Oh, fucking hell. I just wanted to come in and crack on and... Oh, let me try the rear ones out of interest. What? That's fine. Well, these were... Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, they've come off no problem. God knows why. Right, there's only one solution. These, by the way, have genuinely been done up to spec because I did them with Adam. What the f? What is going on? This is why you don't watch my videos for mechanical tips or advice. Okay, that one's loose. That is a sick. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Just snap the nut. Snap the lug. Hell. Oh, I'm so snotty and runny nose. What is going on? I've just snapped the lug, which we've already replaced this one before, and now that one is snapped. I just don't know why these front right ones anyway are so tight. I'll try to do the other ones and see what happens. Oh, God, damn it. This was meant to be a really productive week. Why? So it's just the front ones. I think it may have something to do with the braking system. Maybe. I bet these come off now, a piece of cake. Maybe not. That is ridiculous. That's going to snap again. I know it is. What the actual... I don't like this at all. Bullshit, man. Well, can you believe it? We've got one wheel off, we've got two wheels off, we've got three wheels off, and I can't get the last wheel off. Since the last clip, I actually had to have a couple of days off because I was feeling absolutely horrendous. I don't know what was going on, just caught a bit of a bug and a flu. So I came back yesterday a little bit refreshed and managed to get 3 wheels off, all of the lugs, all of the nuts, apart from this last final one. The only reason I wanted to actually get the wheels off was so that I could have better access to the wheel arches and everything like that. So today, finally, the grinding and sanding down and treating and fixing all of this metal can begin. Right, let's start to grind away all of this crap. I think I've made the decision that I'm going to cut this out and re-weld a new wheel arch in. Not right now because I haven't got the new part, but here's my reasoning behind that. You can see here the different layers. You've got the top layer, you've got like a middle layer, then you've got the bottom layer. The thing is that I'm just taking away the metal to the point where you just get to the thin metal underneath, and I can keep grinding all of this away, but then what's going to be left is virtually nothing. Because I'm going to cut this out underneath anyway because of that big dent that we've got, it kind of makes sense just to do that as one whole piece. Oh god, it's not really until you start playing with stuff that you realise, isn't it? Maybe it's not as strong as you first thought, because there's a little pinhole there and there. The thing is, I don't want to go making it worse. Let's grind this off and compare it to the front, but it's thinner metal back here. So this underneath here, I believe, is what you call the sill of the van. And this is very, very common on Ford Transits, especially to completely rust, literally like under here to the point where you can just poke your fingers through and just rip all the metal. But actually, mine's absolutely fine. I'm going to check the other side later, but I've just ground it back. I've peeled off all of this kind of manufactured stone chip, if you like, just to double check. And then the only little bit of rust we've got here on the seal is just here. So we'll grind that back now, and then, wow, we can have a look at the wheel arch, which is looking a little bit worse for wear. God damn it. This is what I mean about, am I making things worse? Because obviously, as I'm grinding away, I'm making the metal thinner. But I think, initial inspection, I thought this was fine. Yeah, it's hard to know what to do because you don't know if you're making it worse. I don't know if I'm going too far, but that needed to be ground back. And then as I've ground it back, it's shown a little hole in the metal. The more you grind away, the more holes start to appear. Whoa, what have we got under here then? Uh-oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we are rusting from the inside out. Let's go under there and inspect. This is where I've just ground on the outside, and then if you see here, yeah, we're not looking great there. Again though, it's not a huge amount, I wouldn't say, that looks like it would need to be cut, because it's literally just that piece there. So you'd probably cut from here to here, put a new patch piece in, and then all of this I'm going to replace anyway. Maybe what I'll do is now I'll go from the inside and just start poking around. Whoa, there we go. Oh God. Oh God, I'm creating big holes. Oh God, this is scary. Oh God, Will, what have I started now? Oh shit. Right, that's where the good metals start. Ooh, that looks rusted inside out. Now, some of you might be thinking to yourself, Will, is the van insured? Because look at the current state of it. It doesn't even look like a van. All of my vans, from Mary and for Dave, are all insured by Sterling Insurance. Sterling can basically cover anyone or anything, no matter how weird or wonderful, whether it's a fully converted van like this, or whether it's a van build in progress. Sterling have got over 30 years experience in the insurance industry, and you can add some really, really handy little bonuses and perks onto your insurance policy. Like, for example, on Mary, I've got European breakdown cover, so that when we go abroad, or if we go abroad into Europe, I'm still covered. I can still get rescued in case we break down. So if you are looking for vehicle insurance, then you can head down to the link in the description to check Sterling Insurance out and get yourself a quote for whatever vehicle it is that you want to insure. You might think to yourself, oh, no wonder there's holes being created because you're stabbing your screwdriver in. But if you poke it on the good metal, it doesn't go through. I believe this is the process when it comes to refabrication. A lot of poking around. If this is a normal builder's van, you probably don't go to all this time and effort, but because I want to turn it into a camper van which has many years left of life still in it, I want to go to all this time, effort and money on the tools, parts to repair all this. And you know, this is really a big investment in myself to learn how to do bodywork, learn how to weld, and learn how to put a camera on a tripod without falling off. Oh, God damn it. So all of this, I would say, has got to come out from the top there to basically our original plate to there. So all of that. So I'm going to do my best to explain this. On the back side of this metal is the metal that needs to be cut out from about here up to about here. But how this works, I believe, is the two pieces of metal are pushed in or clamped in together like that, and then they are spot welded on this side here, because you can see the spot welds. 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be one there somewhere. 5, 6, 7, and so on. So I'm thinking if I drill these spot welds out, that will then loosen these two pieces of metal which are held together, and then I can start to chop out the bad metal here. Now I have bought a spot weld tool or a spot weld drill bit, but I forgot to bring it to the workshop with me, so we'll try and just do this with a normal drill bit. I've got this little tool here which kind of makes an indentation in the metal, because then it gives you somewhere to actually put your drill bit onto so you don't wander all over the place. There's another spot weld there. Just experimenting right now. Don't exactly know what's happening. Yep, it's worked. It has worked. Whoa, yes, I think it kind of has. Yes, it has worked. Brilliant. So as you can see, because I've drilled in from this side, I've drilled the spot well out, which means I can then tap a screwdriver in and pry and separate away these two pieces of metal, because this is what needs to be cut out anyway. So I'm going to continue to do that the whole way along, probably up to about here, and also up to about here, and then we can probably cut from here all the way along and get this out. Oh, this is good fun. I'm bloody loving it. Oh, shit. Oh, well, that one I went straight through because there wasn't metal on the other side. Because I've already pulled that away. But this is all right because I can weld back through that, I think. Anyway. Where's the fucking drill? How can I lose tools all the time? Now where's my hole punching thing? Right. Screwdriver, drill bits, that. Where the hell do all the tools go? Found it. There it is, underneath the camera. Woohoo! We're loose! Brilliant! Bloody fantastico! I need to keep an eye out for fire. We don't want fire. I think it's quite clear to see from this that the factory kind of protective sealant that they do to protect all of this metal from rust doesn't do much. What happens is, I think, with all of this sealant stuff, as soon as you get a crack in it, or maybe it kind of moves over time and creates a little bit of a gap, you get water that obviously then sits inside here and rots all of the metal from the inside out. Which is why, for example, areas like this probably have rotten. That's just my verdict anyway. I could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments. Bloody spot welds is what is holding this fucker in. Oh! Hallelujah. So what was happening was, this piece here obviously went along here, but then it was spot welded in to this back plate here. Not sure what that is for currently, but that's also rusty anyway. But that was what was holding it in, so I just need to cut this off, and then that should expose that. But it's, yeah, what is that? God knows. Good thing I didn't put any hair wax in today, otherwise my hair would be alight. I mean, all of that is completely gone as well. Got a little hole. Now, absolutely, this whole thing does not need replacing because of that tiny hole. But this is gone. But this is only this, I mean, it's not really structural or anything, but if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it properly. Christ. This footwell's not that bad, and I have made it worse, but you have to make it worse to know how bad everything is. The things that are going through my head is, these repair panels go from here all the way up to here. It might be easier just to cut it all out and re-weld a new one in. But I don't want to go cutting anything until I've got these repair panels here physically with me, because I don't want to cut anything wrong. I don't want to cut too much off. And yeah, when I've got the panels here, I can kind of do it step by step. Again, it's hard to know what to do when you've never done it before. I think today I'm just going to focus on the surface rust and just trying to grind everything back so I can have a proper examination of all of the, well, the state of everything. I'm now on the front left of the van, and we have a big old crease again in the metal where somebody has jacked it up in the wrong place. So that's going to have to be cut out as well. And then if we go to the left passenger wheel arch, we have another hole, funnily enough, exactly the same place as on the other side. So yeah, I'm going to just keep grinding away the surface rust and everything, tidying it all up. And also take all this off because they've done a lovely job at Hammerite painting all of that. If you compare this wheel arch to the front right, it's completely different. This is good. This wheel arch is absolutely fine. It's just from down here onwards will need to be cut. Oh. Bon appetit, everybody. I never thought this would be my life. Working in an old converted cowshed, eating a leftover curry while sitting on a mangly old Ford Transit chair whilst grinding a Ford Transit to an inch of its life. Life doesn't always pan out the way you want it to. If you want to help support this project, by the way, of converting this ex-Amazon delivery van into an amazing little camper, please head to the link in the description to buy me a coffee, where all of the donations and the generosity from you guys will go straight back in to this build, and they help pay for things like my HelloFresh for lunch, because there is a hell of a lot of work going on behind the scenes. But as I said, I'm loving it. I'm loving the learning experience. I'm loving the fact that I can come to a place like this that I can kind of call my own, even though I'm renting this workshop, and I can just crack on with random little projects like this. I've just gone and put a piece of carpet over the windscreen just to protect it, because I'm now going to go grinding all of that off, and I don't want it obviously sitting on the windscreen because it's brand spanking new. So time to get off all of these rust spots. Okay, most, and I mean most, of the surface rust is now grinded back to hopefully bare metal, apart from the roof of the van, because my DeWalt batteries don't seem to last more than 10 minutes. So I'm having to change battery every time, and I've only got one charger. So it's kind of slowing things down a little bit. But that is a hell of a lot of grinding. And honestly, the mess and the dust and the crap inside this workshop is absolutely disgusting. But there's no point me cleaning it all out now, because we've still got plenty more welding, grinding and everything else still to do. Please excuse the absolute mess everywhere, but I've got to give a massive shout out to Tyrolit, who are the brand that have helped to support all of the work that is going on here, because they sent me a bunch of different grinding discs, like the flat disc that I've basically used the entire time to grind all of the surface rust on. This is only the second disc that I've used. I've got mountains of them, and honestly, they are so bloody good. I've also used their cutting disc already to obviously cut out some of the metal underneath, and again, I'm going to be using a hell of a lot of these to cut out more rust and more of the metal. So a massive thank you to Tyrolit for sending these over to me and for supporting the channel and this project, because these are going to come in super handy for all of the work that I've already done and all of the work that is still yet to come. I know progress is going slow, but that is just because this is all completely new to me. Remember, I've never done bodywork, welding, fabrication, metalwork or anything like I'm going to be doing to this van. I've never even painted a vehicle ever. So it's all taking a lot more time than it usually would. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give the video a like, make sure to subscribe. And in the next video, we are going to start cutting out and welding metal back into Dave to really bring this van back to looking like an actual van. Let me know what you think of these videos, by the way, in terms of keeping them a little bit simpler, not so much music or voiceover, just kind of cut, nice and simple, because that way it means I can edit the videos quicker to get them out as often as I can, but it means there's not such a high production value in terms of the overall video, a little bit more raw and in real time, and just a simple video to follow along. You are really doing this project with me, trust me, and I think it's going to take a lot longer than I initially anticipated.